Hello, now then, you lovely lot. How are you? Thanks for joining me today. Nice to have you with me. I thought you might like to spend the day with me. Come on, spend the day with me. Let's or the morning anyway. I'm not sure how far we'll get on. It's absolutely piddling it down out there. So I thought this morning would be a good opportunity to just come on and just spend a bit of time together. So, yeah, first job of the day is to tidy this tip up. As you can see, it's got a little bit messy. So yeah, we're just going to spend a few minutes tidying up, putting some things away, clearing the decks a little bit, and then we'll move on from there, shall we? So I will probably fast forward this bit because you don't want to spend 10 minutes watching me tidy up, do you? Or do you? So, I think you lot should come round a little bit more often. It might spur me on to keep the place a little bit tidier. It's like when you have visitors come to stay, isn't it? And you, I used to drive my kids mad with that when people came to stay. You know, that big frantic clean up before they arrived. Anyway, looks a bit better, doesn't it? So thank you for that. Just before we go any further, I finished him. He's done. Look, I'm so pleased. All I had to do was his feet and his little hat and hanging thing and put a backing on him, which I have now done. And I know his hat doesn't match his body, but I didn't have anything of this left, obviously. It's been quite a while. So first completion of 2026, starting small, but he's done. So he will go away. Aren't you proud of me? I am. Thanks, Caitlin, for cheering me on. He will go away in the Christmas boxes and will come out next year and have pride of place with alongside the little reindeer that's already upstairs. So yeah, very pleased with that. I also had a little comment from, I think it was Ellen Rose on the previous video, asking if you could see the Christmas quilts before they go away. I know it's a little bit of a teaser. I have done videos on these before, so I'll just give you a quick show and tell, just so that you can see them. This, I think, is a pattern by Emily Dennis of Quilty Love. I think it's called Starburst 2. There is a Starburst 1, but I think this is Starburst 2. I had a pack of fat quarters, and I will put a link to that video at the end so that you can go back and have a look at that one if you like. Ta-da! And the other one is a row by row quilt along that I did with Tracy Pereira. This is one of her designs. I think she did it through her quilt group, and I'm trying to think, it was at least two or three years ago now, I think. So so that is one of Tracy's designs, which comes out every year. This one sits on the chair in the kitchen, and I'm not very precious with my quilts. I like them to be used, but my boys are all mechanics, cars, builders. So they're not. They don't sit in them in their overalls or anything like that, but they're sometimes in jeans or stuff like that. So they definitely need a wash before they go away for the after Christmas. So that's those two. Right, so next thing on the day for me is to do a handout. I've been running a block of the month with my clubs and classes. I'll give you a quick show because I know that you'll all want to You'll all want to see it. So that's what we've been doing. It's an oldie but goodie. It was my very first block of the month that I ran when I first started teaching, and I've got a lot of newbies who haven't done it. So I'm rerunning that one this year. But we are coming to about the end. So they're on block 11, I think. So next job is to get the illustrator up and to do my handout for that. Okay, so this is quite a complicated one. So I'm going to turn you off now because I think I'm going to be here a while. Okay, so that took a little longer than anticipated. But there we are, we're there now, I think. So I use Illustrator, not very well, I hasten to add. I'm not an expert in it. I really do not get the best out of it. But I like the way it looks, makes my handouts look, so I keep using it. I do pay for it, but while I'm still working, I will keep paying for it, but when I stop, I will probably give it up. So we're just gonna save that one as block 11. So they've only got one more block to go, so they're not far off. So we're going to save that as that. So this will now go off to my little pattern tester, the lovely Maureen, and she will sample it up for me, and let's save a copy as well as a PDF. She will sample it up for me, check my handout, check my spellings, check all my measurements, which is a good job because they sometimes need it. So that will go off to her this morning, and then all being well, I'll be able to get that out to my classes over the next day or so. She's usually fairly speedy, is Maureen, so she likes being the first to get her block finished and done. So not that she's competitive. Thanks, Maureen. Love you. Right, so that's that done. And so I can get that off my list because I like a list. So that can come off now. And let's have a think about what's next. So next up is bookings for, I do sewing days on a Saturday in a village hall. Just everybody comes together and we have a day's sewing. Everybody brings their lunch apart from the Christmas party. So I'm just going to book those, try and get those booked in for the year now, and get those locked in so that I can then email everybody and let them know the dates, and they can get them in their diary and hopefully keep them free as well. So that's what's next. So I had my lunch and got a little bit distracted by the jigsaw that I've got on the go at the moment. So lunch was a bit longer than planned, but that's fine. And I came back in and recorded this section about how I was going to be aiming for 10 minutes sewing a day, so that, you know, I don't get too overwhelmed by it, and if I manage 10 minutes and then want to do more, then I can. But by sort of encouraging myself to do 10 minutes, then it meant that I would actually do something. And if I didn't do it, then that's absolutely fine as well. I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I thought it would encourage me, you know, when motivation is a bit lacking and energy levels are a bit low after Christmas. And I talked about how I loaded this on and how I plan to baste it, because I'm going to use a ruler foot and I don't want to be chopping and changing with threads all the time. I wanted to be able to do a section in one particular colour and then move on. And then I filmed a load of footage of me actually basting said wall hanging, and loaded it all up onto the machine to the computer only to discover that I hadn't turned my mic on, and I had all of this video footage with no sound on it, just me stood there mouthing off to nobody. So that just sums that up. So I have basted the wall hanging. It's all basted up all over, and so I've lost that track there. So I can now get the ruler table on, and I can get some threads loaded up, and I can actually get going with it. But guess what? It's not happening today. So it's about 5:30. About 5:30 now. So I am going to stop for the day now and get on with some tea and feed myself, because my tummy is rumbling. I don't know if you can hear it, but my tummy is rumbling. So thanks for spending the day with me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been horrible out there. It is still raining out there today, so I've been very glad to stay inside. So thank you for your company, and thank you for all of your lovely comments as well. It's nice to know what everybody's getting up to. So this is going to be my plan over the next few days. I'm at work tomorrow, so maybe over the weekend I might actually start it. So do pop along to Instagram and follow me on Instagram, and you might see a few photos of progress going on up there. But don't hold your breath, will you? So on that note, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to hope that I've got audio. But thanks ever so much for joining me. Do take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.